I apologize when I say I'm sorry to the Jewish people that I hurt. It's not about, like I said, I'm not going to hold this apology hostage, right? It's obviously it's about God, but God is everything, right? So what's the point of even having language and you can't engineer if you say God, 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 right? It's like, it's God asks us to be judgmental so that you become, if you're a doctor, right? It's your judgment that saves grandma, right? Mm-hmm. And God puts that in there. It's like we have God inside us. We're a piece of God also, right? So I'm going to go specific to a person. That story about Da Vinci alone is enough of a reason for me to give a sincere apology to the Jewish people, because I do believe that there's a Da Vinci code inside of all of my misspellings and scribbles right here that God wants to get to the world. And when I'm in my way, if God has set something on me, when I'm in my way, I'm in God's way. Now I can point at other people and say, hey, you guys are in God's way because you're not listening to me. But if I'm in my way, I'm not listening to God. And for me to be a philosopher and a leader, whatever other language, I have to listen to God. So before God, what I will do is start off as a samurai and say, I'm sorry for hurting you as a Jewish person. I'm sorry for the way that made you feel. And I'm sorry for the entire population of a race that I feel is actually my brothers, because I classify and feel that I'm also connected with Christ in that way, that my people came from Africa in that way. And I can't say it's this exact teaching or that exact teaching, but I feel that, the sons of Abraham, however we want to word it, right? For us to come together and bring our different talents together to serve God collectively. And he, as much of an alien as I am, he did not call for me to alienate. Important, the
I guess this proves that no matter how narcissistic you might be, if your pockets are affected, you will come around. And as we see here, at least kinda, Kanye West has come around. After being dropped from several major partnerships like CAA, MRC, Balenciaga, and Adidas, after being rejected and escorted out of the Skechers headquarters, after being restricted on Twitter and Instagram, and after losing over $2 billion in one day, losing his Donda Academy, and being called out by family and friends, Ye has decided to apologize. Well, kinda. I guess that's an apology. According to Forbes, Ye is no longer a billionaire. He can't tout that anymore. And all of this because he spewed anti-Semitic remarks. And for those that keep hearing this term thrown around but don't know exactly what it means, it's basically prejudice or hostility towards Jewish people. Now, he did say some pretty damning things about black people. Slavery was a choice. Remember that one? He and Candace Owens wore White Lives Matter shirts at a fashion show. And he pretty much shit on George Floyd, denying that he was killed due to a knee to the neck, blamed it on drugs. But that ain't what did him in. There were no consequences until he touched the Jews. What does that say about what we allow as black people, as a black community, compared to what the Jewish people will allow? We kept supporting him by buying his products and jamming his music, and no black outlets counseled him. No nada, no nada. Nothing. Nada. Until he touched the Jews. What are your thoughts on this matter? Hit like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I'm Lamb Levity. Peace out.